Hi, Kat here for Lightwave Digital. In a previous video, I had demonstrated how to create a star sphere out of spraying points or using a piece of geometry such as a sphere and then using jitter to create a offset and then turn those into 1-point polygons, which can then be rendered in Lightwave layout. There's actually a tool that's specifically designed for doing this, and it's under the Create tab, under More, and you'll find it called Star Sphere. Activating the tool will give you an option for how big you want this to be, and we probably want this to be something more like 1,000 meters, so 1 kilometer in size. And there's a bunch of different options here for the amount of levels that you can create as a multi-leveled object or multi-layered object that will give you an intensity for the amount of stars. So let's go 250 on there. Let's go 150 there. Let's go 125, 300, 50. Let's go 250, whatever it might be. Let's hit OK, and you'll see that it'll create multiple layers. And just hitting A to fit them all on there in all the viewports, you can switch through the different layers. And you can see that each one is slightly offset, and there's different numbers for each one in terms of their totals. So making sure that we have all of them selected, we could copy all those and put them into one layer, but the reason for wanting to keep them separate like this is that we can also go in and move them around, scale them up a little bit so that they're not directly on top of themselves in a single sphere. We can move them around, push them into different positions just to slightly offset them so they look a little bit more 3D, that sort of thing. But one of the benefits of using this tool is that it gives you a set of surfaces for each one of those layers. And these can be offset in terms of luminosity. So let's say these ones, we only want them to have luminosity of like 60%. Say those ones are 100%, 25%, oops, 75% or 760%. That's a little bit too bright, and so on and so forth. Go 100. Of course, you can change the colors for all these, but the idea being is that you have them now all as multiple layers. You can copy and paste them back into a single layer. You can shift them around in layout if you want, whatever you want to do. But with that said, having them in those different layers and then with different surface names, let's go and call it Star Sphere. Send it over to Lightwave Layout. These are already set up basically to render. We already have them as points being made to polygons. We'd have to go through a bunch of different operation steps to do it. I'm going to just turn off this light here for a background and get rid of that environment light. And because of the different luminosity values, and because you can colorize them individually, if you're in the middle of this sphere, they will appear very much like a star background. Let's just parent them all to 1, and we'll just increase these in their size. And now you've got a star sphere very, very quickly, and you've got control over all those separate layers. And it's an automatic tool and modeler with a bunch of functions that will allow you to do some randomization on it and pop it into Lightwave Layout, and it's ready to go.